Let's go to Jaymen Johnson, and followed by Jason Worf.
Hello, I'm Jaymen Johnson, owner of Speakeasy Vape Lounge. Please forgive my voice. I had intended to speak twice today. I was mistaken. I thought that the plant count was on the agenda, so I will amend what I was planning on saying and try to make my statements comprehensive. I ask you to consider the ramifications of the decision when it comes to limiting the plant count. What you're really doing is only affecting the true and honest patients that need the medicine for their conditions. You're not doing anything to limit the market, and as long as there's a need, the product will come. So they grow it outside the city. It still lands here. It still ends up in the pockets and in the people's hands here in the Springs. So there's nothing you're doing to really limit the problem. I do believe mitigation is needed in that regard, but I think that you're approaching it the wrong way. I'd like to commend you, Councilman Bagley, for listening to my suggestions about opening the committee up, but I do got to state that I'm a little disappointed that it was not part of the foresight when the committee was formed to include growing patients as well as medical professionals. How are any of the professionals that you populated the committee with able to titrate the need of a patient? How are you able to gauge how much is needed to grow in order to meet those levels? None of that was addressed. I heard statements made yesterday that less plants can still tender the same amount, and when grown under the right conditions, can still offer up the same amount. So really, what are you affecting at all? If they can just obtain the same amount of product with less plants, then what is presenting limitations doing at all? And that would be my only statements on the medical side. As far as the recreational, I am assured that you guys will continue forth with what the proposition is. The last few months have solidified your stance, in my opinion, so I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. What I would state is that I believe you're on the wrong side of history here. I would ask you to consider what does history see of the people who opposed the end of alcohol prohibition? Do we even know who those were? And now, how would we view them if they were here today presenting those same arguments? We have an opportunity, a golden opportunity, to be ahead of things here, to be progressive, to provide solutions to the state as well as a national level. And rather than seize this opportunity, we're turning a blind eye to it. I would ask that you consider that you're not banning clubs, okay? You're banning compromise. Over and over again, these people have asked to contribute, to be part of the process, to help solve these problems. And all you've done is deny them that ability. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Jason Worf, followed by Rachel Johnson.